Man, people are so unreasonable. They're like, win GACs, Xaereth. Put on pants, Xaereth. Okay. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Xaereth Prevails, a Grand Arena story. Where this is a continuation of the last GAC match from my main account that I showed you guys, where we beat that guy from Red Machine. We're well within the top 100 now, facing a streamer named Infinem. He beat me last time, and I think the time before that, so he's in the top 8 quite a bit. Let's jump into saying thanks to my patrons. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much for every single thing. And guys, just remember that if you want to support the channel for free, all you gotta do is hit that thumbs up button, like, subscribe, comment, and remember guys, every mount helps. It's wonderful. Alright guys, so this is my last round. I actually faced him earlier in the season. I was on vacation, and there was a couple fights that I kind of just lost my focus and didn't do as well, and I was like, man, I mean, he beat me the time before. Like, he's a good player. He's in the top 8 group. Sometimes he's really solid. So, you know, it's not like I deserved to win or anything, but he did beat me the last time, and I felt like I could have played better, frankly. So this time our defenses are a little bit different and hopefully stronger. Hopefully we can mess with him a little bit more, was the hope, at least. Who knows? Who knows, guys? So here are my defensive teams. You can even see my fleets, guys. Crazy. Hopefully this is big enough, which is what she said. But I also, you can see the set 10 datacrons on there. They're just placeholders for set 8 datacrons that disappeared recently, and I can't get them back, and I needed them for my screenshots. So just don't assume I used set 10, please. If you want to, you're crazy, but I understand. Here's his defense that we're facing. Yeah, well, you'll note that my defense, I placed 6 Galactic Legends. It's the same as what I did my last match. It's the same exact defense. My opponent placed 2 Galactic Legends in the front, along with Aphra and Zorii, and then a bunch of beatable squads on the top, but squads that you have to be careful about, or you'll slip up. You can cost a lot of banners, or just straight up lose if you're not careful. So, the big thing here, guys, is that Sith Eternal squad there with Savage. He did that last time. That was the one of the few things that he failed on, was my Sith Eternal squad with Savage. He didn't have an answer for it that well. I mean, he still cleared me and beat me, so it wasn't that bad. But he put a similar Sith Eternal Emperor Savage team down as well, and I was like, man, I last time I used Traya against his Sith Eternal. I can't do that this time. So the big question was how I was gonna deal with that. Oh, that's not the right. That's not how the Force works. There we are. Whoa, we're in the replay. Let's I decided to use Inquisition. Now, I don't use Inquisition that often, so I was like, I don't know, it seems like this should work. But of course, he's really well modded. He has bigger account than me, better mods, better everything. And so the idea here is, okay, let's he doesn't have a Traya here to take all those debuffs away. So hopefully the idea was we can just get Deathmark on Savage. He'll cleanse someone and then we'll be able to Deathmark him, which worked. And then, hey, we even killed Talon right away, which is also fairly important. And you'll note that we've already done all of this before Sith Eternal Emperor has gotten a link. Once he gets the link, it gets pretty scary, especially because immediately he's like, hey, I want to kill Grand Inquisitor. I'm like, you know what? He does have a punchable face. I will agree to that. So I can't really blame him, but at the same time, it's put a clock on our efforts here. And this is a Relic 9 Sith Eternal, or Sith Empire Trooper, and the Datacron on this was just pure defense, guys. Like, look at how we're doing like 0 damage. It's horrific is what it is. It's terrifying. It's bad. There, we dispelled the defense up at least, which is nice. And now we're doing like almost no damage, but there we get an armor shred. So take that. And then we even get an ability block out. Look at us. We must be fancy. So we need to focus down Sith Empire Trooper. And I mean, once you get through his protection, things get a little bit better. And you'll note that I just did a basic there instead of the AoE because I didn't want to accidentally kill Sidious and full heal Sith Empire Trooper. That would be a nightmare and I would lose instantaneously. So, yeah, so at the same time, our beloved Emperor here is about to get his ultimate, and it's not great. One nice thing is that at least Reva and Grand Inquisitor, if they survive, will end up giving me full points for full banners for protection because I don't have protection anymore. It's like Lieutenant Dan and his legs. Lieutenant Dan, you don't got no legs. So we got ability block on him at the right time here, guys. He popped his ult, but he couldn't actually do his big hit, and then we did our big hit, and he died. So yay for that. That was a really tense fight to start off. But okay, now let's do Aphra against Jabba, who once again I think the Sith Eternal Emperor had like 300 or 400 defense on it. The Jabba team also had really high defense. I mean, this is an account that's in one of the very top. I forget is he in Ma? I'm forgetting now, but one of the top guilds at the very least, and he just really crazy datacrons and mods. Just can't beat him, you know. Well, I mean, some people maybe can, but this is really good. So we got Boosh out early, kind of, so that's nice. You'll note that we used B2 here, so we can't use Grievous on something else, or at least not Grievous on something super seriously. But yeah, like the defense on this team really starts to take hold. And you'll note that old Kersantin here has damage immunity and he has taunt, which is such a brutal combo, honestly, guys. We hates it so much. And I don't have anything to dispel it, really, except for stupid B2, who's like, what? Like, you want me to take turns? Like, that's so unreasonable. That's so obnoxiously unfair. So finally he does. I'm like, gosh, thank goodness. Thank you. That, and then, I mean, we're still just not doing, like, you can see that Jabba's about to Rancor someone right in the face. It's not going to be pleasant for me. Not for, apparently my pretend C-3PO is dead now, and we couldn't kill Embo right before that, so that was disappointing. But it's like, okay, maybe we can actually make this work now. But let's take out Embo if we can first, I guess. But I mean, all this defense, man. Like we only have 1 minute and 45 seconds left. There we go. Commando droid starting to flex a little bit. But now we have to kill Kersantin. What? Do we have to kill him twice? I think we haven't killed him yet. So that's also disappointing. Everything's disappointing, guys. Poor old. Oh yeah, look at that. The commando droid just deleted Kersantin, which felt great. We have 1 minute left. It's like, okay, we're good to go. We should be fine here. No problem. We'll just kill them. You know, Kersantin revived, but that's not a big deal, right? Like the commando droid totally gonna delete. Look at that. So we got really close to deleting Jabba there. And then he ate Aphra, which meant that Commando Droid couldn't draw off of her siphon and do damage based off of that. And after that, I mean, that's that, guys. That's all she wrote. Like, there's no hope, really. It's like, man, I wish we had just decided to time out against Kersantin. I probably could have played this a little bit better. I'm gonna have to give it some more thought. But yeah, that was disappointing. We could have at least killed Kersantin and then timed out. So I decided to use my bounty hunters here because even if he has Lord Vader in the back, I decided that I could use my Jedi Master Luke team with Jedi Cal. You know, maybe that would work potentially. And if not, I have a few other things that could maybe take him out. So the idea here, of course, is we're taking a team that lets us just eventually hopefully, yeah, so we're not doing armor shred or anything. We're just waiting for, yeah, Mando to finally take a frickin' turn, dude. Thank you. And then, so we snipe out Chrysanthemum, and then eventually we'll get a bunch of armor shred. We can get some, what I didn't take into account was, I couldn't stick debuffs to Jabba at all because his tenacity is so crazy high. Even without Datacrons to assist, the tenacity on Jabba, that's how competitive Jabba's are run, to super high tenacity. And I think, to be fair, my Boba just doesn't have that high of potency anyways, because I don't need it usually that high. But yeah, it's an issue. Let's get a couple more armor shreds. Remember, guys, more than 4 armor shreds doesn't really make that much of an impact. So, I mean, at this point, it's probably not a big deal. But, like, Fennec probably doesn't need to apply more armor shreds. Like, it doesn't make that much of an impact. People send me screenshots. They'll be like, man, I applied like 28 armor shreds to this character. I'm like, that it really stops being impactful after like 4. But anyways, we got max cleanup banners, which is good. Remember, Infinem is very much of well, I don't know very much. He's an efficiency player though. He keeps a lot for offense, and so I was like, gosh, he probably doesn't even have any other Galactic Legends like on defense. We need high banner wins from now on, because he's just gonna run through my defense. Even with 6 Galactic Legends, I figured he was gonna run through pretty quick. And so, what kills this Aphra team, or whatever? Yeah, we're facing Aphra. I decided to use Dash, Han, Chewie. So that meant like CLS doesn't have a home really, which is fine. Like we need to delete this. And then, all right. So the thought is, you guys have seen how a Commander Luke team will just time out on Nest forever. And so that's a real thing, of course, because you just keep reducing her turn meter because she has tenacity down. And what I figured was, well, usually you need like C-3PO and CLS to also reduce turn meter to make that happen. So just Han on his own couldn't possibly time you out against Nest. Like, it's just not possible. And we've sped it up to 400 times speed because just wanted to get us to see, like, we're starting to get a little panicky here. Like, she's not taking a turn. We just need her to take one damn turn and stop, get rid of all of her bonus protection. And she's just not taking her turn. She finally did, and then we killed her, apparently. Okay, and then we're immediately into this fight against Zorii. And I was like, all right, earlier in the season, was it even against him? No, I don't remember. But earlier in the season, or maybe even in the week, I used Traya very effectively against Zorii. And this Zorii team doesn't have high relics, doesn't have any Omicrons on the team. I was like, yeah, this is a for sure win. Like, and then I was like, oh, cool, we can just kill someone here. Who should we kill? Like Resistance Hero Finn, or maybe just other Finn. Who knows? Like, we'll win now. And then they killed Traya and they killed Nihilus, and they just deleted my team. I was like, I had to work really hard not to go into tilt, under tilt, hard not to be tilted, not ride the tilt-a-whirl. I don't know, guys. But you have to take a step back and say, all right, we're just gonna keep going. So I failed that, and I was like, gosh, against an efficiency player, this is probably just my doom. And honestly, I wasn't able to really watch his stream that much. Unfortunately, not at the moment. I went back and watched it a little bit, but one of the things that I did say to him right as he was starting, because I was able to talk to him for just a minute, was, man, that Zorii team really surprised me. I didn't tell him what I used, but like, it still surprises me that they just deleted me so hard. I don't know, I'd like to run that a few more times just to see. Maybe that's a more standard way of doing things. I'm not really sure. Or maybe a more standard result, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, I thought that AdRad normally isn't probably going to be the right counter against a Zorii team. but maybe it's going to be fine if we take out one of their members, and so far it seems pretty good here. I'd like to see actually how it does against a full Zorii team, actually, or at least against this version. But yeah, we got max cleanup banners again, so a little bit of trouble in that front zone, but we did okay. And then he surprised the hell out of me by putting 2 more Galactic Legends and Night Sisters in the back zone. Fortunately, I like Starkiller is just kind of a sad lost puppy for me when he doesn't get to kill Rey, and he put Rey here. This is kind of an anti Starkiller version of this squad, but I really love using Starkiller against Rey anyways. And so you know, there's the pre-taunt and everything. The idea is, though, you have to get shock on everyone as much as you can, and then shock back onto people. Of course, you want to get the dispel on the damage or the buff, the crit immunity, of course, and keep everyone stun locked as much as you can. Now, the biggest danger, of course, here, you don't want Barriss to take turns because she'll cleanse Rey, and you don't want Jedi Training Rey to take turns because she'll also cleanse Rey. And when she cleanses Rey while Rey's in her ultimate, that means Rey gets to, you can't put debuffs back on her while she's there. And so what that means is Rey does double the damage. Like Starkiller has his unique that says that opponents or enemies, whatever, who have debuffs do half the damage, and that applies to everything Rey does as well. But once those debuffs go away, then it's all fair under the sun. And so here's the problem that I have, guys. At this point, I think that I've already put damage immunity on Rey. I was pretty sure, like that big Starkiller hit, I was like, yeah, for sure, we did it. We managed to kill Barriss early on, which is fairly nice. But I was like, okay, like we have to get Ben into damage immunity here. Here, let's try to snipe out Jedi Training Rey. Got her. And then look at this. I could put her in damage immunity right now, guys. I could have done it. But why bother to do that? I had already done it, I thought. We need to get rid of the blue stuff on Rey here as soon as we can, of course. We can still crit her, but gosh, what am I doing, man? Hit Rey. Okay. All right. So yeah, this is, by the way, a really thick Rey, if you haven't realized. I think, was this the one with, I always get different teams and everything's confused. I think this was the team that had yeah, look at this. Oh, my shock when she had damage immunity suddenly. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was such a bad feeling. But it was like, okay, we gotta keep going. We're still gonna build her turn meter too, or her mastery too, because she has all that blue stuff on her that we can't dispel because we can't crit her. Oh my gosh, what a miserable feeling. Okay, so there, we put the undispellable debuffs on, which is what you get, that's the reward you get for putting the Omicron on his tire buff, which is, by the way, not something I would recommend. But okay, so there, she's out of it now, finally. Let's not let her get her ult again, but man, she is thick. She is crazy tough to kill at this point. Wanted to get those debuffs on her just in case she went back into ultimate. We're at 1 minute left. It's like, okay, probably we can get through this, but man, I think we could have gotten perfect banners if I had just done the extra hit on her. Okay, so we got that, and then I was like, oh, what happens? Okay, what if the Night Sisters only have one AoE and it hits health, which means that won't actually affect any of these others. Yeah, I was looking at the cron. I was like, okay, I think we can maybe manage this. I don't think it was the best cron for the team actually. But the idea was the only AoE that they have, they have Talzin and they have Asajj. Asajj, like, it takes like an act of Congress to get Asajj to do her AoE. She just doesn't do it. She's like, no, thank you, I'm fine. I'm like, wow, you were polite, actually, a little bit, Asajj. But remember with General Skywalker, there's no what revives, except for unless you're a zombie, which that's apparently okay. He's Zombie's like, hey, I'm a zombie, can I revive? He's like, that's fine. Anyone else? And they're like, no, we're good. We'll just die forever. Okay, so kill Asajj just in case. And then, I guess old Daka can do, it's not an AoE, it's limited AoE or something like that. Like, she hits her primary target, and then there's a chance that she hits a secondary target with her basic, but she's going to be too busy trying to revive people. Honestly, even though she knows at this point she can't revive people, because it's General Skywalker we're talking about here. And you've seen me struggle against this Night Sisters team with like Traya, with a few other squads, and I was like, I think Skywalker, especially with a good thick cron, might end up being pretty good against Night Sisters. And it turns out, at least in this instance, I was right. Now I don't know, maybe I forget which Omicrons were were available and everything. So maybe there would have been a different result against a better Night Sisters team, but I kind of don't think so. I mean, maybe they would have stolen more banners, but look at this banner score that we're getting, guys. 65. That's so brutal, man. So crazy. Okay, so we got to go to the top here for a sec, we gotta kill some of these teams. So my bad badge actually turned out to be faster than their Qui-Gon and everyone, so I was like, why don't we just do that? So Anakin got his 2-turn stun from Wrecker, and that spelled certain doom for that team. Poor team. When I get to use Bad Batch, I get so happy. Honestly, that was a joyful moment. Now let's go back down, and I just kept getting sucked down to the. It's like, man. Usually here, I'm gonna pause for just 1 sec just to give you guys kind of an idea. Like, the other 3 teams up top aren't that scary, but at the same time, I don't want to get sucked into a point where I use all my good teams to kill Lord Vader and clear the bottom zone. Yay! And then I can't clear the top because I have to get to ships as well. Clearing that top zone plus ships is always going to be a better move, just in case. I mean, I put a tough enough defense down. My opponent might not clear, especially with the crazy extra galactic legends that he's placed. So I should be making sure that I can take out the teams up top. The good news was I was pretty sure I had the right teams. I talked it through, and then once I figured it out, I was like, okay, we gotta go do this. So this is my 1 galactic legend for offense. I think this was one of the few times I actually used Jedi Master Luke against another galactic legend this season, as crazy as that sounds. And so, the idea here, guys, is, of course, Cal is going to need to do some good work. Let's see, I looked at the Datacron right before this match. It's a 278%, I think, defense with like other things. Now, here, I'll look while you guys are observing, because I don't remember all of a sudden. Where could it be? It's somewhere, man. Oh, this is his attacks against me, maybe? Hold on a sec, guys. Hold on a sec. Okay. Alright, guys, so it was a 286% defense, and then an ability block, level 6. And anyways, that was probably not worth looking at for this long. But look at how resilient stupid Thrawn is, man. We just can't kill him, because remember, Royal Guard is every turn someone takes. It's not just his turn. Every turn anyone makes, he's healing everyone on his team like 8% or something unreasonable. So we need to kill that Relic 9 Royal Bastard there. Finally got him. And I mean, everyone else here, like Relic 8 on Thrawn. Who puts Relic 8 on Thrawn, man? I mean, it's a good move. Honestly, Lord Vader loves extra relics on people on his team. So honestly, it is a good move. I'm just always incredulous. I'm like, really? Ain't nobody got time for that. But Jedi Cal, man, just the great equalizer these days. Like, he really, really helps a lot. I mean, you just get to kill one character. That's pretty sweet, if you ask me. And we're about to pop our ult, which is also kind of sweet, if you ask me. Feels good, man. Just pop that thing. I guess I probably could have waited until Lord Vader did an AoE or something. That might have been wise, but... Oh, that's right, but we're mostly in ability block mode anyways from Lord Vader targeting us because he doesn't target outside of taunt. And so, I guess... Well, we could have popped our ult then anyways, couldn't we? You can always pop your ult. Don't mind me, guys. I'm a little dumb. If you haven't noticed. So we got a minute 40 left, and I'm like, gosh, this is such a resilient Lord Vader. Like, I felt like maybe there's a chance that we just lose this anyways. You know, like he's about to hit his ult. Gosh, man. I'm stressed out just watching this. Pops his ult. Gonna start slicing us to death, I'm sure. Lord, I mean, there's a reason Jedi Master Luke is just, like, I just leave him as, like, hey, you can kill something, like, a little bit tough if you want, man. That's fine, if you want to do that. And he's like, yeah, that's fine. I'm not really up to anything crazy. I'm like, oh, I know. It's been well documented that you're not up to much. But... still, I'm like, man, can we just not lose to Lord Vader, please? Like, it would be so fun if we could just maybe kill him real quick. Alright, get another armor shred. Not that armor shred doesn't do that much, because all the damage we're trying to do is true damage based on the Jedi Master Luke training or whatever ability it is. Gosh, 22 seconds left. I didn't realize it came down to the wire this hard, guys. But we got it. 17 seconds to go. Whew, dropped 5 banners, but oh man, okay, so we got rid of that. Bottom zone. The bottom zone is clear, and the top has some decent teams, nothing too crazy, like teams that'll trip us up a little bit though. And I don't know what I was waiting for. I mean, yeah, so there's a Sana team with Hondo, and I was like, oh, we haven't used Night Sisters yet. Why don't we use Night Sisters? I think Night Sisters probably do fine against them. I wasn't completely sure how it was gonna go, but I mean, they've been killing Galactic Legends for me all season. I may as well give it the old college try. And you know, so Hondo, I was hoping that they would actually just kill my zombie once Hondo took zombie prisoner, so that then he would just auto die, but he buffed himself too much. And I mean, the team is just collapsing in on itself, which is wonderful. Like, please, if you're a team and I'm facing you, please continue to always collapse in on yourself if you would like, which it's what I would like. So please do. So remember, Cara Dune has her potency up, which means she's just going to keep reviving. And I needed, I think the only dispel that I had, well, I forget if Merrin does it. I know that Asajj does it though. So, okay, I didn't want to use it then because she was about to take a turn. But then she doesn't have potency up anyways, so I guess let's just slice. There we go, 65. Goodbye, Cara Dune. No one even cares about her. Let's use Gidme here, I guess. So we gotta kill Vander Chewie because he's gonna. There's a lot of scoundrels here. Actually, he'll revive any of them, and there's dash here as well. But my Gideon is just pretty damn quick, so may as well take advantage of that. He's faster than any of the Wookiees, and faster than Dash, for that matter. And you guys know how Gidme works at this point. I've used it a lot, made a video about it. You guys can go search it. It's a lot of fun, but you just boost all that courage, and it's a good time, man. Yeah, heal Grandmaster Yoda and his protection. Make sure that he's fine. And yeah, a poor old Mission. She's like, what's happened? I'm like, shh. Which might be creepy, but she's dead now, so she didn't have to endure it for too long, I suppose. And then we've got Sana left, and what do we have? Oh yeah, I have my own Zorii team, because one thing I decided at the start of the season, I was going to take Zorii on all of my fights so that I have some footage so that I could eventually make a video on, I don't know, maybe not how to use Zorii perfectly, but at least we'd have some footage that we could use at some point. And what I've discovered is, even though I don't know perfectly how to use the squad, but like their ability to do mass damage is just almost unparalleled. Like, it's been a little bit hilarious to me. Like, lately people have been like, man, why do you hate Zorii so much? And I'm like, I don't hate her so much. I think her biggest issue right now is she's just not part of anything other than killing the hell out of some stuff in GAC and maybe in territory wars. Like, she does great in PvP. No complaints whatsoever about Zorii there. She just, like, she's not required. Like, Galactic Legend Leia, she's like, nah, I don't need her. Jabba, don't need her. Like, no one needs her. And you know, some people might feel like they need her, but at the end of the day, like, it's just she's great in GAC though. She's great in GAC. Wonderful. So, all right, we dropped 20 or 40 banners from those losses, but mostly I had been efficient. Like, there's a few other banners dropped, of course. Like, Starkiller dropped 4 against Rey. I dropped 5 against Lord Vader, etc. But for the most part, we were good. And then he didn't place a crazy fleet defense. He put his Leviathan down. And as we've been coming to realize, guys, I do... Honestly, I mean, Leviathan's a legit fleet. It really is. Really good, strong fleet. It has one kryptonite, though, and that is Profundity. And... I mean, I don't want to spoil the results of this fight, but I didn't take reinforcements. There's just a 3-man team here, and you know, just kill the dagger as you can, the Dorito, whatever you want to call it, and then realize that your Y-wing is in God mode against this team. If they can kill your Y-wing, then you're probably in trouble, I guess. But I don't know where they're gonna get the balls enough to kill your Y-wing. So. Hey, look at that, Sith fighters here. That's cool. It doesn't really do that much, though, so let's continue on. And I think the main thing, of course, is to prioritize your ultimate. You have to prioritize that. So Dash, you know, doing his little flyover move right away, instead of actually doing damage to them, it may seem counterintuitive, but you just race to get your ult, and then, you know, this is after they fixed all the bugs and everything, even so, this team just, you know, they don't have a capital ship, man. Poor miserable souls. And, you know, we're really trying, like, this is a fleet zone that is actually something that could help us a lot. Get more banners. So this is actually +4 from the soft max. We got max banners. So we're gonna try for 76 here against this Malevolence. You guys have seen, I put a video out on this recently. I need to do another fleet video soon, actually. So we're trying to get that target lock on everyone so that we can do this big hit from 5s, and there it is. We didn't quite get a 3 for or whatever, but we did manage to kill Spy there with this backup AoE from Anakin, and then we killed Hyena, and we only have to kill Sunfac, but we want to be safe, so put the buff on Anakin and take out Sunfac. For 74, I apparently dropped a couple banners somewhere. A little disappointed, but that's still +1 from the soft max. And then what I decided was, okay, we could use my Empire fleet, my target fleet, to try for a 77, but that holds a little bit more risk than I thought it might be kind of fun to just try using Leviathan. Like, this is, like, everyone was saying, like, oh yeah, Leviathan, it's so easy, man. You just use Radis to kill Leviathan, you know, and then it's not really, like, this doesn't really prove anything, because it's the AI. AI is not going to play it that well, but I mean, this is a really strong as they go Radis team, and I was like, let's just try it, guys. Let's see what we can manage here with Leviathan against Radis. Maybe we can make something happen. So Poe goes down. Wonderful. Good for us, I suppose. I mean, what are you gonna do? Like, hopefully CG has. I mean, there's they did fix the bugs, and now Radis isn't a viable counter to this. It's got like a 2% win rate or something like that at this point, at least against good Leviathan fleets. Okay, so we took it over, and now we can just heal our guys and give ourselves turn meter. It's kind of magic. You kind of feel bad for them. They're like, "What? How'd you do that?" And it's like, well, Radis only had one crew member actually, and Hondo, her purple hair is not going to save her, unfortunately. So get in Sith fighter and just auto snipe that resistance fighter. Cool, good to go, man. Good to go. And I was mildly surprised after we had failed twice. I still got an 1807. So that, you know, not too bad, but, you know, the idea is we'll see how it goes, you know, Infinem. Even if he doesn't watch watch it beforehand, which I don't think he was going to, but even if he doesn't, people in his chat are still gonna potentially, like, there's a few of his fans that really don't like me, and I'm like, man, who knows, maybe he'll, but I'm happy to say I don't think he had any pre-knowledge at all about my, I don't think he would have sought it, to be real clear, guys. I don't think he would have, but I'm always just like a little sketched out by that, just a tiny bit. So, that being said, he, you know, he made his attacks, and here, let's get to the final showing here, guys. Hold on a sec. We'll even use this cool transition. So, okay, here's the final score once everything is said and done. I ended up getting the win. He couldn't clear my Sith Eternal Emperor. I think he failed once in my front zone, maybe twice. I don't remember off the top of my head. He failed once or twice in my front zone. And then maybe it was against Lord Vader. Oh yeah, he used Jedi Master Luke against Lord Vader. Didn't beat them, and then they he went back there and he tried a few things. Like I think after a certain point he was like, yeah, okay, I'm done. He one-shot my Kenobi squad, one-shot my Supreme Leader Kylo squad, and then I think he one-shot the Jabba squad up top as well. Maybe did he take one or two against? I don't remember, but Sith Eternal, just it's a brutal team in the back when you've used all your other good stuff, you know. Like I think he had to use Supreme Leader Kylo to kill Jabba or something like that. So, I mean, good match to Infinem. And to be real clear, guys, I don't want to accuse him of stream snipe. That's now that I'm making a big deal of it. Now it seems like that's all I'm doing. It's always just you know. It's hard for me not to bring it up sometimes, and anyways, he didn't though, and I appreciate that he didn't. I don't think he was going to. It was a good match. It's a good fight, and now suddenly I was in the top 50, and maybe I could actually, you know, go 6-3, end up in really exclusive, rarefied air. To start 3v3. Who knows? I'll put out that video eventually, guys. That being said, guys, I think that's it. Thank you for a good match, Infinem. I think we're 2-2 now. It's possible that we're 2-3 in your favor, so maybe you're still ahead. I don't remember, but it's been a good series one way or another. Thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Xaereth prevails.